Today I want to talk to you about fear and whether or not you're becoming fear's bitch or whether or not you're making fear your bitch. And the reason why I'm talking about this is that I've gotten a lot of contacts recently from people who are afraid of ridicule, afraid of criticism, afraid of putting themselves out there, and sometimes afraid of technology. But mostly it seems like there's this fear of ridicule and criticism. And the best thing I can say about this is that if you're letting fear help you in your decision-making process, then you are fear's bitch, and you will always be in a lot of trouble with the decisions that you make because you're running away from fear instead of towards it. So if you're watching this, you know, I have a wide audience. So you may be watching this and you may be saying, this isn't for me, Brad, that's fine. If you're watching this and I'm talking to you right now, then you need to pay attention to me. Fear is something that you need to run towards, not away from. Now, I'm not saying I want you to go run in front of a car or something stupid. What I'm saying is that if you haven't done something, whether it's in business or you haven't, sent out that email to your list, or you haven't published that product yet because you're absolutely scared of the consequences, of the ridicule, of the what ifs, I'm here to tell you that you have to be able to deal with ridicule and with criticism. And you know what? If you're being criticized and people are ridiculing you, then you're probably doing something right. And if you take a look at some of the most successful people in the world, and I hate to use these names all the time, but think about someone like Bill Gates. Bill Gates is one of the richest men in the world. And if you do your research online, you will find no shortage of people that absolutely hate this man. They think he is the devil. They think he's the most evil guy ever created. They think he's worse than Hitler, some of these people. And the reality is that he's not a bad guy. He just creates products that everybody uses, and because everybody uses his products, there's always going to be a percentage of people that just can't stand him. Whether they don't like his product or they have some beef with something that their product did to them in particular, or they just don't like the way he runs his business. Here's a man who is extremely successful and probably doesn't care about the people who are ridiculing him. So if that's your concern, if your whole life is going to be spent avoiding ridicule, you're probably not going to do very well in business. Be willing to develop a thick skin and be willing to accept some ridicule, and don't be afraid of it. In fact, embrace it. I embrace it. Whenever someone, you've probably seen some negative comments on my blog here. I don't delete them because I don't mind being ridiculed, because the way I look at it is whether you're saying good things or bad things, you're talking about me, which means I've done something right. So don't be afraid.